Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rose Writes and I write and narrate Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. If you're still watching this series and haven't subscribed yet, which according to Mr. YouTube is about 60%, then what are you doing? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Thank you to Cat-Saturn for their amazing artwork in my thumbnail. Check them out. Their socials will be linked below. Now then, please enjoy Fashion Forward, Part 7. Another late night, and Marinette was hard at work. 1 month left. The clock was ticking, and she wished she had more time. She never stopped working day after day. The young designer yawned, covering her mouth with one hand while pushing fabric with the other. Marinette's eyes fluttered with sleep, then bulging open, gasping, nearly sewing her hand to the metallic black fabric. She yanked her hand back, rubbing it. She glanced around, spying Chloe sitting in a chair nearby, texting furiously. Marinette narrowed her eyes, squinting at her friend whose eyes were still glued to the screen. Chloe? No response. Hey, Chloe? Still no response. Come on, Marinette's voice wasn't exactly quiet. Marinette stomped her bare feet over to Chloe, snatching the phone from her busy hands. Hey, what are you doing? Give it back! Chloe bolted up as if the seat was on fire, reaching for her phone. Marinette held it above their heads, which wasn't super effective, as Marinette was at least 3 inches shorter. No, what's with you, Chloe? Marinette struggled, pushing the blonde away. You've been looking at your phone so much lately. Fashion Week is 1 month away. Your head isn't in it. Chloe backed off, crossing her arms, throwing a hip out. Fine. Give me my phone and I'll sew these stupid flowers or whatever. Or whatever? Marinette whispered with an intense flame burning in her eyes. This could be the biggest move of our career and you're willing to sew the flowers or whatever? She eyed Chloe up and down, moving mere inches from her face. What are you hiding? Nothing. Why? Chloe turned away from Marinette, nose upturned. You just seem happier. Well, happier for you. Marinette scrutinized Chloe's face, grabbing the ring light off her desk, shining it at the guilty party's face. Seriously, Marinette? You've been watching too many crime and detective shows. Chloe moved the light out of her face, her eyes readjusting to the normal low lighting of the sewing studio. Marinette's steely gaze never left Chloe's eyes that grew wider under her stare. Okay, fine, but you have to promise you won't get mad. Marinette crossed her arms, smirking. We'll see. Avoiding eye contact, Chloe mumbled. I've been texting Adrian. Her friend's eyes widened, hurt reflecting back at Chloe. What? I'm sorry, Marinette, but I really like him, and I think he likes me. Feeling this kind of spark doesn't happen very often. She looked down at her sock feet. Seeing how upset she was, Marinette's expression softened. I didn't know you actually liked him. What was she feeling? Jealousy? For this boy she barely knew? Oh. She didn't want to admit it, and she never would out loud. But she liked him too. A lot. Against her better judgment. But so did Chloe, and her friend's happiness meant the world to Marinette. I'm sorry, Chloe. I want you to be happy. Just be careful. Don't let it come in the way of work. We have a lot to do. Her gaze shifted from Chloe's face back to her sewing project. The fabric was still hanging from the sewing machine. Right. She was in the middle of this when nearly falling asleep. She sighed deeply before checking the time. Nearly 3 a.m. Great. I think I'm going to go to bed. I've been pulling too many all-nighters lately. I fear these suitcases under my eyes will never go away. She laughed humorlessly. Okay, I'll stay up a bit longer to sew these flowers. Or whatever. Chloe smiled cheekily at her joke. And Mare, thanks for understanding. Sure, of course. The soon-to-be fashion icon staggered to bed, flopping onto it, pulling the covers over her head. Marinette told herself she wasn't sad. She had no reason to be, but still the tears came. She couldn't remember the last time she cried, especially over a boy. A boy that wasn't hers. What was she thinking? Fashion Week was a month away. She couldn't afford these thoughts. Marinette had to keep moving forward, and nothing would stand in her way. Not even Adrian Agreste. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and comment to let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay miraculous!